I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Hey guys, today's gonna be a different video. This video is just gonna be like me more sitting down and talking to you guys. I'm giving you guys relationship advice. Like I'm being your sisters for a video. One of you guys request this video, so I was just like, why not do it? Because there's a lot. There's a lot. Anyways, yeah. Alright guys, so first we're gonna be talking about red flags. And red flags are a big part. Like you don't wanna rush anything with somebody. You have to look for the red flags. So the first red flag is stop thinking you can change a man and listen to your intuition. Because how are you gonna be over here thinking you can change somebody when they're out here being a hoe? They're over here playing like other people and stuff. Trust me, I know this from experience. You can't change a man. Me personally, I've changed a lot. But if you keep seeing that a guy's over here like playing these other people and you're trying with this guy and he keeps cheating on you over and over and over again, why do you want to be with somebody like that? Like he's constantly cheating on you and that's not okay. And you need to listen to your intuition because your intuition can tell you like, oh, watch out for him because he's cheating on you again. Like that is not right. The next red flag is make a list for what you look for in your dream guy. And I'm not saying like an actual list, I'm saying like a mental list or like a personal list for you, even on your notes, like, but it has to be something in a guy that you want, like your dream guy. Like, oh, he buys me flowers. That can be something. He's tall. He plays soccer or he plays any sports. Like, that can be something for you. It doesn't really have to be too specific, but you just have to know what you want because if you don't know what you want, you're gonna be out here just getting a taste of everybody. And girl, you don't want to do that. Trust me. So the next red flag is mismatched core values. So by that I mean you're obsessed with like going out and you want to do like cute things with your boyfriend or whatever. You just want to go out, right? He just wants to stay at home and then be a lazy bum all day. Yeah, sometimes it's cute. Sometimes you could be over here cuddling and stuff with him or whatever. But how are you gonna be over here like going out and then you guys are just gonna be arguing because you want to go out and he wants to stay his lazy ass home? Like that just doesn't make sense. So the next red flag is he doesn't meet your standards or your must-haves. Going back to the list again, like I said, you need to make a mental list about what you want like your dream man to be. How are you gonna want somebody that buys you flowers, gives you roses or whatever, but this man doesn't even do that? How are you guys gonna be like 6 months or like a lot of months into the relationship and you want flowers? He hasn't even given you like a ramo or nothing. He hasn't given you shit. He doesn't even pay for the food when you guys go out. Like, no. He has to meet your standards because this is why we're talking about the 3-month rule somewhere in here. This is why the 3-month rule exists, because he has to meet your standards. You guys need to be talking for at least 3 months and then get into a relationship. Or if you break up with somebody, you have to wait 3 months until you want to get into another relationship. That's why the 3-month rule is very convenient. Another red flag is when he moves or he's moving too quickly. And I mean, I can't deny that. I've moved fast before. That has always gone wrong. And that's also something that you shouldn't do either. You can't be moving too fast. You barely know the person and you're already trying to date them in a week. Trust me, I'm speaking off of personal experience. That never works out. Try to take it slow. I know it might seem like a long time, but once you let the days pass and everything, like, just let things flow and let things, you know, go how they're supposed to. And it's gonna end up really good, trust me. Another red flag: if they want you, they'll find a way to be with you. Let's say he's going out, right? He has a lot of things to do. You guys are teenagers or whatever, and it's like, okay, like, we're teenagers, we obviously need to do things too, and we need to give time to ourselves, right? If he wants you and you want to make plans with him, you want to do all this, and he doesn't, he literally always says that he's busy. He can't even get at least one time out of his week to try to call you, text you, and he's just ghosting you. Girl, he doesn't want you. Trust me, he doesn't want you. Somebody that wants you is gonna find a way to make time for you and to be with you. The last red flag is that he's always negative. Let's say you guys are just having a conversation, you're trying to have a good conversation with him, and then he just finds the negative, like, whatever negative shit he could find to say about the conversation. And it always just ends up in an argument. Girl, you do not want to live your life arguing with the same person. Trust me, you don't want to do that. How are you gonna be over here married to this boy while he's always just constantly looking for arguments and being negative in everything you have to say? I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you don't want that, and I don't want that either. So this is your part. And this means advice for you, for like relationship advice and finding a good relationship or whatever. You can't be with somebody and expect them to remove your insecurities. First of all, if you have insecurities, you should work on them by yourself. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna get with this guy so I won't be so insecure anymore. Because, girl, trust me, he might make you more insecure, because especially with these little boys that are over here all over the place, trust me, they're gonna make you more insecure unless you find the right person. But finding the right person nowadays is really hard. Don't try to be with somebody just to erase your insecurities. So the next part is keeping your self-care during your relationship. So whenever you're with somebody, don't forget to still take care of yourself and to get like at least one day a week to focus on yourself. Be like, okay, so Sunday is gonna be like my day, my mental day, where I'm doing my skincare, I'm getting, like, I look all cute, I'm getting my nails done, my lashes done, whatever. But focus on that one day, and still keep it every day though, because obviously you're in a relationship, but you're still trying to take care of yourself. So something else is acknowledge him, don't push him away, because sometimes we're, especially as girls, sometimes we're so full of ourselves where we don't really we don't think we're doing something wrong, but we are. Like, sometimes we don't listen to him when he's trying to talk to us, we just like pull up another conversation. And sometimes it's something important, like sometimes he's going through something and you just ignore it. So just acknowledge him. If you don't, he's gonna end up losing feelings. He might cheat on you. Make sure you both are in the relationship, it's not just you. Don't compare him to somebody else, or don't involve you guys with another relationship. Like, let's say you guys see a couple on TikTok and then you got her this whole like bouquet, this whole ramo, and then with like a little promise ring, and then you guys are barely like 1 week into the relationship. Like, girl, you're already comparing your boyfriend to other guys, and you guys are just 1 week in when you don't know the things that he could do in the future. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't be comparing him to other people, especially if you guys have just been dating for a little bit. Like, yeah, it's okay to be like, oh, like, I love roses or whatever, like saying things that you like, you know, so he could probably get it for you. But also don't be comparing him to other guys, because he's gonna be like, well, she's comparing me to other guys, why doesn't she date them? Like, trying to grow with him, that's a key thing, because you're in a relationship and you're trying to get to know each other more. But how are you gonna get to know each other more when you're just growing, but you're growing apart from him? Like, okay, you want to get your glow up. That's good and everything. But why don't you guys help each other get your glow up? Like, let's say you want your dream body, right? You guys want to look good together. So why don't you both go to the gym? Like, why don't you both start eating healthy? You can start, like, communicating. Just start, doing things together. It's gonna help you guys really grow together. Don't be negative all the time, because trust me, a guy does not want a negative girl. As much as you don't want a negative guy being over here like, I don't want to eat that, blah blah blah, like you always want to eat that, like just starting arguments. He does not want that as much as you don't want that. Next thing from your part is communication. I know a lot of people say that, oh, communication is key. Let me tell you, it really is, and it plays a big role on your relationship, because how are you guys gonna learn from each other? How are you gonna grow from each other if there's no communication? He's constantly always being upset, and you're like, well, he's taking it all on me. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And then you break up with him, and then he starts telling all his friends, oh, it's because I was going through a lot of things or whatever, and she wasn't listening to me, or I just didn't want to tell her what was happening. That's the problem. Like, it could be a really good relationship, but then you guys just break up because of lack of communication. So communication is really like a big part. You need to understand them. It's the same thing with the guy. Like, if you're over here like just being selfish, like not saying anything, you guys need to talk to each other. You guys need to tell each other what's wrong, what you don't like, and what you do like about somebody, and then that's when you grow with them. Because there's not going to be no growing, and there's not going to be no relationship if you guys don't even talk to each other. Like, what's the point of a relationship if you're not going to talk to each other? The last thing about your part is listen to him and let him speak. By that, I mean, it goes back to the part where you need to acknowledge him. And it goes along with communication, because it's like, you need to let him talk. Everybody's feeling something. Everybody's literally feeling something. And he might be going through some stuff. And he's probably trying to tell you, but you're not listening to him. You're probably being selfish. Probably like having your mind on other things. And it's like, if you're trying to be with somebody in a relationship, you need to listen to them. Like, put yourself in their shoes. So for the last section of the relationship advice, I'm going to be talking about do's and don'ts. Do smell good, because first of all, no man wants to be around a stinky ass woman. Stinky ass girl. Nobody wants to be around somebody like that. Engage in conversations. Try to make up conversations. Try to, see what you guys are alike and unalike in some things. Or like, even if he makes a conversation, you can just be like, me too, I like this, and you tell him a story about like a childhood experience or something, like building up on conversations. Don't make it all about you. Don't be over here constantly talking about yourself. Like I said, we already kind of talked about this. Involve him in some things too. When you're with them, give them eye contact. Like, boys love it when you give them eye contact. I'm just saying. Don't be nervous. I feel like the more you're nervous with them, the more they're gonna be like, oh, like she's nervous with me. Like, I'm the one that's over here taking control of the relationship or whatever. No, girl. You need to stand up or sit down high and look at him in the eyes and then be like, okay, so, like, be flirty or whatever, but don't be nervous. Men feed off of you being nervous. Just know that. Don't be afraid to eat in front of them. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, like, if you actually want to marry this person, you're going to be having to eat in front of them for the rest of your life. Girl, if you're hungry, eat up that panda. If you guys are on a date and you're hungry, eat up that panda. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. eat that panda. Anyways, and the last thing, I'm gonna get real close up for this. Don't talk about your exes. It's okay if you're like, oh, like my ex did this and that to me, my ex cheated on me or whatever. But when you're constantly bringing him up, they're gonna be like, well, what's going on? Like, do you miss him? Or like, what's up with this? A guy does not like when you talk about another guy, especially if you're constantly talking about them. They don't like that. They're gonna be like, nope, packing it up and I'm leaving. But you would do the same thing too. So just don't do things that you don't want somebody else to be doing, or things that you don't want your boyfriend to be doing or whatever. Girl, I hope you guys listened to this advice, and if you guys want a part 2, just let me know, because I can definitely make a part 2. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and please give me any other YouTube ideas that you guys want to see. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.